let's start where we ended.
Okay.
Will having superpowers. First of all, I was like on my couch screaming. But talk to me about how fun. I imagine as an actor, having that for your character is such a cool arc and such a cool thing to explore. How awesome was that for you to play around with, especially in this second volume where you're literally talking to Max through Vecna's mind?
Yeah, oh my God, that was so cool. It's like these moments are like something an actor dreams of, and being able to play it. I mean, the supernatural stuff was so fun because it was like outside of anything I'd ever done really on the show, and there's no rules with these powers and the demo vision and speaking through the monster and how you hold him. Like you see, how I use my hands and all of it. There's no rules. There's no guidelines. There's no reference to what it's supposed to be. It's not real. So like getting to just create and play, and I would FaceTime the Duffers and be like, wait, I kind of think like it would make sense for this, the hand, because the 11 was supposed to be like this, and then he outstretches it up because he's siphoning the powers, and just getting to talk through and play with that was so much fun. And yeah, like being a superhero, like, I mean, how could you ever complain?
Watching it back, like when you saw it all put together, how was that? Because obviously you feel it in the moment, but like us watching it as fans and feeling that, like, did you have that same experience, especially like knowing?
It's hard, honestly. When I watch things back, it's just like, first you have to do the watch of like critiquing yourself, then you get over it, then you do the watch and you're like, oh, but they didn't put that, but they used that. And then like, I get over all my like hunches, and then I'd say on like third watch, I watched it with my sister, episode 4, and I just saw her like sobbing, and then I started crying, and like you really get to watch it as a real viewer after you've like gotten over your mind.
Well, it was epic. So nothing, I don't know what was not included or whatever, but it was awesome. Now let's talk about episode 7, because I needed tissues. Such an emotional, impactful, and pivotal scene for Will, and something I'm sure you can relate to. So talk to me about being able to give that moment to Will, to be able to come out to his friends and family and have that support.
Oh man, it was just so much pressure in so many different ways, because it's been leading up to this for so long, since I would argue episode 1 of season 1. Also the pressure of knowing like it relates a lot to my own personal journey, and having the entire cast there standing watching like a press conference was nerve-wracking, and also just wanting to get it right, because this is going to impact actually a lot of real young people out there who are struggling in the same ways that Will did, and you don't want to mess that up. So a lot of pressure, and the most dialogue I've ever had in a scene. I mean, I just had pages of paragraphs of lines, and usually I just have like one word, the kind of scared things, and so wanting to just not mess a single thing up, of course. And so I just made sure to like prepare like I've never done before for a scene, and it was really nice and cathartic almost, because I was able to obviously, pull parts from myself in there and get that moment with the cast, which I've never had before, to like sit with them and just be like, guys, like this is who I am, this is why the way I am, and have them all just like sit and listen.
I noticed, because obviously we know in real life you and Millie are like thick as thieves. I felt like there was a cut to her in that scene where you could just see the emotion on her face, and I was like, that's not acting. And it just spoke to like your friendship, I feel like, as well. I don't know if you noticed that. I just wanted to point it out. It was so nice. It was so lovely to watch. But obviously Robin played a huge part in that. And I'm living for their friendship, because I feel like she was like an unexpected catalyst.
So yeah, I was so unexpected. I always had like this friend crush on her, and admired her work, and been dying to work with her. So to get to be paired with her for the season was so exciting, and it's so nice to see like she finally takes him out of his shell, and you get to see this lighter, more comfortable side of Will. It's such a joy, and it was fun. What you just said, like because I was so just in my own emotions that day. Like I didn't not take a single note of anyone really around me. And then like watching it completely detached from the feelings and seeing how everyone reacted, like it did, I will say, like I remember Max too, her look, and like seeing Jonathan crying, like, and Maya, like it did feel very genuine. And It was. I mean, I remember after the scene cut, like just running to them and hugging and crying for real of like all these emotions built up, and Charlie was just like hugging me, crying, and it was just so real, all of it that day. Like I'll never forget.
Oh, that's really sweet. Do you have a Robin in real life that like reflects Robin in the show?
Yes, for sure. And I would tell the Duffers, honestly, like you guys have kind of been my Robin in some ways, just because they have believed in me since like the first day I stepped on set, and when I didn't even know how to believe in myself, and they still continue to do so. And I am just so grateful that they've given me so much trust and such a massive show and season, and I tell them, like, I take that with me through everything, like, to know that they kind of believe in me and trust me.
Now, Will also has some epic, he hasn't had any scenes really with Vecna. You haven't had any scenes with Jamie.
No.
This is kind of the first time, because when you first interact with Vecna, it's not really Jamie.
Right.
So how is it going head to head with him in these scenes? I mean, they're pretty intense.
So intense. It was fun. Like I've watched the whole, like all of season 4, and I was like, oh my God, I want to work with him. He's so talented. And I feel like it was so nice to get to be like face to face in episode 6. Like we are right there, and you know, like he gives it to me and I have to take it. And this is the moment where like I get to give it back to him. And it was really fun to work with him and just watch how he works. Like he is just so talented.
Yeah, and you started the show as a young kid. Are there things that you noticed when you came back for season 5 that like you could no longer get away with that you could when you were a kid? Because I mean, you were 11 then. I feel like kids get away with a whole lot more.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you got to be more serious and not pull as many pranks. But to be honest, like nothing really changes, and me and Millie still kind of mess around and laugh and yeah, it's just I've always kind of had this approach of like having fun on set and not being too serious, but then when the cameras are rolling, like you need to give your best focus and deliver and be professional. And so that never really changed.
And I was loving the story where you said that Derek called you Mr. Noah. Was that a weird moment for you to kind of realize that you're now the adult on the set when you came in as a kid?
So weird. Like having these kids in the new season was a total like revelation for me. Like, oh my God, even the young Will, like watching how far I had grown and seeing, this journey that we've taken. Like we're not the kids anymore. We're the teens. And yeah, he's adorable, and it was so nice to work with them.
Not even teens, you guys are full-blown adults now. Yeah, it's crazy. Well, thank you so much. That's my time.
Thank you.
But
so nice
I
to talk to you.
cannot wait to see the finale.